So tell me, what have you figured out so far? What you got to do in here?
I just acquired a bunch of memos, so
Yeah.
back off Sam. Let's see, there's a record of divorce, the Blackwells. Just has dates that might be used as passwords. And then intelligence memo. Top secret. You're putting the purpose strings of this congressional bunker project was exactly the break we needed. The Modus machine, Voltec, members of our own government, they're all part of it. I've gotten a lot of chatter about the Department of Agriculture leaving an outsized role in what's going on. Senator Eckhart is in the heart of this. I guarantee it, but I won't be shocked for a moment if this won't all the way to stop. Remember this number, 417604. 417604. 417604. That probably has something to do with something.
Maybe. What other dates have you found out?
The marriage and divorce dates. Oh, there's a pad here. 417604.
Did I do anything?
Then I'll try their anniversary, which would be 12/18/1955. It's not that one. Okay, so you keep looking for something else. File cabinets, file cabinets. Those. That one. Oh, orientation letter. Congressional ID 778232. 778232. 78232. Well, it wasn't that one. Keep looking. Got a hunting rifle.
Just shoot everything. The solution.
Yes.
Kill it.
Okay, so none of these shits. Committee meeting notes. 11/26/76.
Why would that committee notice be dated after the bombs dropped? It's weird.
That's what I'm reading. Like to remind the committee that environmental concerns aside, I do share these concerns. The uranium deposit in question is in fact the largest in the country, not just the East Coast. Overturning the ban on extraction would help shorten secure supply lines for the resources of our great nation is relying on more and more with each passing day. Senator Blackwell and I, Mr. Chairman, would like to bring to the committee's attention the fact that my colleague, Senator Clark, has recently purchased a very large stake in the Atomic Mining Services Corporation, which constitutes a clear conflict of interest. Next page. Senator Clark, I will show you conflict of interest, sir. Will the gentlemen please return to their seats? Okay. Probably the date, 11/26/75. Nope. Not that one. What else? Department of Agriculture projects. see a date on this one. It's just classified.
There's a list. If you look in your quest, it'll show you which ones you've tried.
Yeah, it does. I'm trying them as I collect them. What's this paper? This desk. Nope. It's empty. Yeah, still got nothing. Where else haven't I searched? I'm looking mostly for a piece of paper, so.
They're not always going to be a piece of paper. You can always look at that terminal there too. Check it out. See if there's any dates on it that may stick out.
Oh, no shit. I thought it was a busted terminal.
Oh.
Okay, Judy and I should write. It's not dated. Free States bunkers. Well, now I just updated my map. That's kind of cool. Some kind of bat. Judy's gone. The date of Judy's death is a possible choice. Well, it's gotta be that one.
You want to meet Senator Blackwell?
Yeah, or...
Well, you rudely enough moved him to the side.
His wife's death. If I give this him here?
That's him. That's Senator Blackwell.
Shit, he kinda dead. And he died naked too.
It's kind of crazy. Your painting should be, it's one or the other. It's this ship or that beach scene.
Congressional card added.
There it is. That was it for this place. For something that you just go in and kind of, you read a few bits of blurbs of the political scene.
Fun. I like how it makes you think. Thanks for not just telling me all the answers.
That's why I tell everybody, it's what do you think it would be? What does that do for reals? I'll show you where it's at. I'll lead you there. You figure it out like I did.
Yeah, I don't have all the intelligence, but at least I'm able to loot.
I touched the keypad and it made a door opening sound. I opened a little tiny door there just to get out.
That. What? I like it when I put my treasury notes into my stack box. It makes the gulping sound like I'm eating Mentats.
I'll take out aluminum.
So listen to the holotape. Welcome to Walls, White Springs. Holotape.
Gives you an introduction about what's going on. Huh. They must have really did take away the radiation stuff that happens to it, because I wasn't getting it standing here.
Oh yeah, I got a trophy for it.
Yep. Alright, so...
I used to have my camp at the White Spring, and I never fucking knew that there was something underneath it. You know what I think is... I spent so much time at the White Spring, you know what I think is kind of crazy? If you walk around the outside of the White Spring building, along the backside there's like 12 dumpsters or so, and they are just full of corpses. Like skeletons.
Yeah.
Think about it. Before the bombs dropped.
Sorry, but I heard little to what you said. It kind of cut you out there.
Oh. So, I used to have a camp on White Springs, and if you ever walk around the outside of it, you'll see that all of the, like, there's like 12 dumpsters on one side of the building, and it has, all these corpses in dumpsters. Like, there's like 12 dumpsters worth of just human remains. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you think about it, that is, that is from, or that would imply that the robots were programmed to do that before the bombs dropped.
That never happened before the bomb dropped. You'll learn meeting Modius what happened.
You know the dumpsters where all those bodies were in, the human remains?
Yeah, I know about them.
And that happened after the bombs dropped because the people died.
They didn't kill the people there.
I know they died from the bombs dropping, right? Unless I'm missing something.
Might be.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm also cooking a bunch of food that I need to get out of my inventory. Making me some lemonade.
The fact that all those people died and there's no humans left, and then the robots put the skeletons in the dumpsters, that means that the robots were programmed to do that before the people died. Like, you know, maybe someone gambled too much and got killed off, the robot would throw them in the dumpster. The robots at White Springs are programmed to dispose of bodies.
What do you mean by gambling? There's no gambling there.
Back when it was a resort before the war.
There wasn't gambling there at all. The resort was a golf course.
Or whatever it was. I don't know. It was an example.
I understand. I
I
understand.
don't know.
You're poking in it. It's okay. It's all right. I had my assumptions too when I first saw a few things, but I learned what was going on. I'm gonna see what this guy's selling real quick, and then we're gonna go on and do the next part of it. I don't tend to sell none of my stuff. Like, if I get like extra weapons or any of that junk, I don't ever sell none of it because I know that I'm going to need that scrap somewhere, somehow. Are you still with me there, Jay? Hello? Jay, if you're saying something, Bubby, I can't hear it.
What the heck?
There you are.
Oh, now I can. I mean, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I could hear you the whole time. It's just it said you got kicked from my screen, but now you're back. That was weird. Yeah, I'm still here. I am simply just going through, dropping stuff off I don't need. Did you say that there was a vendor over there?
I'm at him right now.
Sweet.
See what
Yeah,
he's got.
I don't really sell the weapons and stuff. I just sell the food, just because if I didn't, you know, use them, then with time they would, you know, just turn to spoiled vegetables. Might as well get my cap's worth out of it.
Crap. He has the Mothman throne, but he wants 40,000 for it.
Where you at?
At the White Springs.
Oh, okay.
I will buy some of his 50 cal. He has two. Okay, unless you're retarded, he has Grognet the Barbarian 5 for 25, and then there's another one for 15. But he does have a Tale of the West Virginia Hills that I may not have. I gotta find out. Why does he not have his tash box in here? It's all the way out here. Nope, I don't have it, so I do have to buy it. I wonder what number 2 is. Number 2 involves... Oh, it's the Mothman. So, I'm still missing... Still missing number 1, number 5. And I'll have those.
You know, the world's kind of amazing.
The world's kind of amazing. The world's kind of a piece of shit right now.
It is true.
The world's gone to hell in a handbasket or two. Let's see if we look out today. No. So here's a good thing for you if you want to stock up on bullshit to sell. If you ever see uranium... Yes! Somebody was at it. So anytime someone does uranium fever, they'll pick one of these suitcases to dump all their junk because it's right up on the hill. So they just come straight down, dump it, and then they leave. So I've... down here by the train station, there are suitcases that are sitting against the rail. People use them, and I found one that had a few bits of stuff in it. Make some money off it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
If you look to the east, up, or I guess the southeast, up on that cliff, that's where my first camp used to be. So I used to come here all the time to like buy stuff. Plus, I haven't done it in forever, but I really need to go inside and explore the stores. Because I've saved up like 35,000 caps because I need to buy more blueprints.
Need to buy what?
More blueprints.
Oh.
We don't have that many right now.
Protect.
I always sell off all my like explosives, like landmines and all that bull.
Yep. Absolutely.
At your service, sir.
Yeah, if you go up on that cliff face, There's a lot of iron and lead deposits. Not like not deposits, ores. So you can mine them and they keep respawning. And then there's a Blood Eagle camp just straight south down the road a little bit. So that's a pretty easy way to XP up and kill them. And then to the southwest, not quite at the White Springs Resort, but like the White Springs like fleet shop where all the workers were and the vehicles. There's a big robot there that's friendly, but it fights Deathclaws, so you can get Deathclaw XP without having to actually kill the whole Deathclaw. And then, what else? The cabins. Wait a second. There's that cabin with the hand scanner. Is that part of this mission?
May I be of assistance?
There we go. My controller died. I had to switch to my other one.
Oh, sorry. Is that house over there by the golf course with the hand scanners? Is that part of this mission?
No, the houses that have the hand scanners on them. That's for Halloween.
Oh, really?
During Halloween, you have to go to those locations and pick up candy, and then return that candy to this bot that's sitting outside.
At your service,
I had
sir.
no clue.
I think that was it.
Serve and protect.
So where we go now that you have your key card and your welcome introduction and all that was taken care of?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna sell some stuff real quick.
Huh?
I gotta sell my stuff real quick.
Okay, so I'll be waiting where you gotta go.
Almost ready, almost ready. Notes.
I already sort of picked up the tree sap.
Alright, I got the brick building set from him. Okay, I'm coming to you.
I'm just running along here on the back side where those dumpsters are.
No shit. I knew that had to be something because I thought that was really fishy. Are you fighting the robots or the ghouls?
It was just some mole rats. You ever seen their lawnmower that hasn't been destroyed? Come on, check this thing out. It's insane. Right here.
Okay.
This is what lawnmowers are in their world.
What?
That's a huge blade.
You think that thing's nuclear powered?
It goes a long line. So there's a tiller that has these same exact levers on it. So basically you have your adjuster, I think on the left adjusts the height of your blade, and then the right adjusts the speed or like forward and reverse of it.
Okay. Pretty slick. Yeah, I'd never been to this part.
This guy got a front row seat to everything. How do I have another disease? What did I have? I had bone worms. Over here. Yellow. Over here. Wait, maybe you're in the right place. Hold on. Don't come to me. Yep, that's it. I'm still wondering if they're ever going to do anything with the vault that's under in Morgantown. And it's taking a while to load. Aha. So this is a real place, let you know, in the real world. Oh, it's modeled after the real place. And what's funny is that the doors aren't silver, they're green in the real one. But they're just like this door. They've got huge vertical locks on them that use a cog piston to open them. So as like you rotate this, you're rotating a bunch of other cogs that are in turn moving the locks out. There's no enemies down here for you. Why'd you do that? Did the door open for you? Hello? Come on, switch your audio, bull. Oh, what's going on with my audio? Huh. Acts like I don't have... Does it recognize my sound? Hello? Why is the VoIP broken right now? Why has it got a break? Okay, so it did that. Huh. Weird. I do not understand why. He is currently talking to him. He's all the way over here. What was the emo button? Ah! Which one is that? Huh. Do I not have it on here? Hmm. You figured that it would be I figured it would be there, but for some reason it's just not, and I don't know what's up with the audio. But he is in conversation right now with him. I had to do this the hard way. Oh, at least it recognizes it here. Just the VoIP in the game sucks. Buddy, you got a backyard hair.
Oh, for some reason
There he is.
I had to prioritize game chat, my bad.
Okay. So what's it tell you gotta do? And I can take you where you gotta go.
We gotta access the tape, and then that'll tell me where to go.
Oh, anytime you want to leave this place and this door isn't open, you gotta treat it just like Vault 101. You gotta come over
Yeah,
here
you gotta
and...
hit the button manually.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't do the animation with my boy.
No, it doesn't do that. You're not having to technically link it to your Pip-Boy, so...
Oh, yeah, I got the Bluetooth Pit Boys, huh?
That's right. So, did you listen to the tape?
Not yet. Pretty much from that how it sounded. It's a bunch of like scientists and politicians and whatever. And then they were allowed to stay there, and then the robots kind of decided that they were going to do a better job than the humans and let them die. Right?
So the understanding is that everybody was killed through the choice that Modus made. Modus is a consciousness of all of the collected senators in one. It is considered as an enclave. Enclave is a collection of a group of like individuals, like a clan.
Okay.
But you're sharing more of a mental ideal than you may think.
Yeah. Well, it's 3 a.m. where I'm at, and I gotta go to sleep.
That's alright, man. But got you pointing in the right direction, though.
Oh, yeah. Now I know what missions to complete instead of doing the Brotherhood ones. While you guys were doing your thing, I was doing Brotherhood missions, like, I'll be done soon. Nope.
No, the
Because
Brotherhood has a lot of jumping around too, where you gotta go grab this, go there, go get this, bring that back. This does that
well,
too. You've gotta. Have you ever been to Sugar Grove?
I don't think so.
Okay, so Sugar Grove, which is a real place as well, is a collection of satellite arrays that are in West Virginia in what is called the Dead Zone.
Oh, I have been there.
So with those satellite arrays, you have to eventually get Modus linked to a satellite system in space.
Damn.
Once you do so, it'll allow it to gain contact. So what you're technically doing in the storyline is giving Modus the ability to link up to the DC location when Fallout 3 happens.
Oh, so it's like a prerequisite type thing then?
Well, you're doing the pre-story events to 3. This is how the Enclave gets relinked back with the rest of its stuff. Now, he will talk about that he feels still stuck, like he can't really do much, but that's not entirely true, which he also knew about the other AI system that's here, Vault 51. Vault 51 was ran by a program called Zordoc or Zordax or something like that. I can't remember his name very well. But he was an AI intended to pick an overseer, but the way he thought it would be the best and brightest and strongest. Only way to determine that through him was that he went decided, hey, I'm going to go ahead and hold this battle royale. Whoever you all live, you're the next overseer for a while until I pick the next one.
Dang.
That's how we had Nuclear Winter playing in.
Okay.
The area where Vault 51 is, it wasn't intended they were even going to do a royale till somebody came up with the idea, and it was just a bunch of rock structures in the northwest of the map. You can still visit that. That's how you get your shelter now. Your first starting shelter is there.
Oh, like the little bitty vault?
Yeah, the little shelter thing.
That
That,
was like the first thing I did.
yeah, I always recommend getting that for everybody because you could technically store a bunch of crap in it. And what's funny is that you could set up a storefront in it, and that storefront transitions to the outside too. So you could set up cash registers in your place if you have the register or even just the regular system and just set it up however you want. And because your vendor is goes through all vendors, it doesn't matter how many you have set up. So I made a storefront out of mine, and then all my other secondary locations are just that. They just have a cash register, or they just have like one little vendor that houses all my other items. There's a point in the story where Modus gains control of a place. It's a fortress, but it's a mobile fortress, and the Enclave tried to use it to take down. I'm pretty sure it was Project Oasis. Is what they were trying to do there, and it had the intent of getting rid of what Brotherhood are there. The faction of Brotherhood in DC are the Outcasts. They are not the same ones here. They decided that Maxon's way was too rough on society and was like, hey, yo, that's not cool. We gotta we don't want to repeat what we did, but we also don't want to make them have to give up tech. Like, that's no point in that. Like, You're just sending us backwards in development.
Yeah.
Maxis said, well, too bad. They said, well, we're not a part of you anymore, so that created the Outcast. Their armor is black and red, I believe, and they have a special symbol on them. There was a faction as well that broke off that wasn't just them, but there was what was called the Midwest Brotherhood. They had a vertebrate accident. Splintered of that vertebrate accident actually is the Brotherhood that are here now. They had gotten a radio signal that was sent out by Taggarty's group, and they heard of what was going on. So while they were traveling this way, their original goal mission wasn't even to come here, period. They stopped here because they wanted to give some help. But seeing that this area was becoming developed, and we as the Vault Dwellers had picked it up and kind of brushed off all the bullshit that was happening here and kind of was helping people, they decided that, it's best interest to kind of develop this area and make it a forwarding base for the Brotherhood for the East Coast.
Yeah.
Taggarty's group, which was the original Brotherhood here, who were researching the Scorched, had perished in their research. They had learned where it came from, which was the dumbest fucking thing I ever thought of. So the Scorched Plague, I shit you not, is all because of fucking bats again. Fucking bats. Bats. That's what Scorched Beasts are. They're bats. Nothing like COVID reflecting this bullshit. I'm just like, this is futuristic Chinese COVID, right? And there are some recorded entries. One of the few remaining people of that happening is the guy that gives you quest for the daily op. He is the last remaining member of Taggarty, or what's really left of the original East Coast Brotherhood. They would occasionally get transmissions from Maxis's group out from the base out west. Really wasn't going to be a whole lot of stuff they wanted them, because he really didn't want them either. He clearly gave his thought on, if this isn't a group that I can fully watch over with my own people in it, I really don't want them. But he told them, if you've already got the means of supplying yourself there, go ahead, use our name. Here's our symbol. But they were kind of like a splinter op group on their own, because they were not sending nothing to them. No vertibirds, no nothing. And her group, they're all rangers. That's what they are. They're Army Rangers. And the day the bombs fell was it was an event between the Army Rangers and the Marines doing, what is it called? It's a military event where it's like a mock battle, basically.
Oh, an FTX type thing. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So right as they were about to start the event, they thought that the bombs dropping was a part of it.
Oh no shit, that would suck.
And when Taggarty found out, when all communications to the big military base,
Welcome, please.
what was it called at this time? It's in DC. Basically, the Pentagon went silent. They were like, what happened? There was no communications from them, nothing. It just dead in the water. And the Enclave, when it happened, they got cut off. And all that stuff in the events that were going on downstairs were all happening kind of, on their own, independent of what exactly was going on. So there was a conspiracy which came to fruition. The Secretary of the Interior had falsified information to the cabinet. At the time, when they learned of what he did, they were already sending the president out west. He was going to go and stay out there. That's how he ended up on the old rig later in succession of the Fallout story. So in Fallout 1, you find President Thompson, who is the acting president at the time, on the old rig that the Enclave was running. The problem is that what you do here makes it so that the Enclave reconnect back to the group that's out west. When you link him back up to the satellite, which is in space, you literally started the events of 1. But
Dude,
it doesn't.
That is so deep.
You don't necessarily know what you're doing because this is hundreds of years in the future. So right now, technically in the timeline, this is...
Before Fallout 1.
Yes, way before. The vault opened up in 76, like it was supposed to, for the Tricentennial. Which is funny because everybody's Pit Boys will all have a different time date on them. Mine even has a different time date. Right now, my Pit Boy says it is October the 25th, 2104. I'm somehow living another 80 years in the future beyond a lot of people.
Because you play so much?
Well, not just that. I've been here since day 1. So I've only missed half a year because of a car accident.
Good morning.
So I missed out on one of the... This is before school boards were a thing. This is when they first were introducing the events of Helveta for the first time. I didn't get to explore. I didn't get to experience it like everybody else did. But I was here during the beta. There are a few weird callbacks that happen in this that echo the rest of the time. Like you'll see certain key events, like it's weird enough that they include a lot of the political actions, but pay attention to them. They will tell you the future. There's an event here that happens that necessarily echoes... okay, I don't understand it because they retconned the view of them, but they didn't at the same time. There's a plaque that talks about them. If you notice, the Protectrons in this look weird, and they don't look like Fallout 3's or New Vegas's Protectrons.
Yeah.
And that was a choice that also mirrored the retconned style. They wanted more of a retro 50s aesthetic to them. But in those games, they were reflecting a more Orwell's style to them. More War of the Worlds robotic look, where they weren't so humanoidish. Now they're more like Robbie the Robot from Lost in Space. There's a place here in Summersville. It's a shop. You may not even see it if you don't do the Wayward quest. And in the Wayward quest line takes you to a little shop. Doesn't ever get marked, ever. You just know the marker's there from the time that they tell you to go there. But on Main Street, it looks like a door that's already been kind of barricaded, but you can kind of slip in between the door, and there's a green door in behind it that kind of just magically was there, continuity needs. And inside is a robot ordering facility. Not a facility. It's kind of like you would go to like a Radio Shack or a place like that where they specialize in one thing. And in there, they had robots of all kinds. Everything ranging from military needs to household needs, Mr. Handies. They had everything from Mr. Handies, Protectrons. The only one they did not see in there was a security bot, because those were strictly produced as a need basis by Robco to the government. They weren't something you could buy commercially. But apparently, they didn't give a crap that you owned an Assaultron. Assaultrons were there. I think those are more needed for like police and stuff. But the old style Protectron is there. They reused that asset and put it in there. The information on it talks that this was a going to style. So the Protectrons you see now evolve into the ones you see in 3 and New Vegas.
Makes sense.
They said that they got rid of the front glass panel because it was not needed. There was no... it gave more protection to the hardware that was running the robot. There is a warning, a void warning that when you buy one, you also have to buy a docking station for them. So that's kind of weird, because in 4 you never see the docking station for the Mr. Handy. He just is. He always is kind of moving around. Codsworth is kind of just scooting around. No reason to dock for no reason. They stay in what you buy. You buy the dock. It comes with the terminal. Kind of like it's supposed to mirror and mimic the scavenger bot that you can get for your camp.
Yeah.
That one comes with the same stuff that you're supposed to be getting with the commercial needs. But if you program the robot for things he ain't supposed to be doing, wink, you void a warranty that Robco put in place because they did not want to go into the pleasure world. There was no need. Yeah, there was no need.
Oh my gosh.
But a guy did it. He did it. He did it here. There's someone that reprogrammed an Assaultron to be his companion.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And he talked about it and loved it to death. And one day he learned it went haywire, and its security protocol kind of went kooky booky.
Got stick off?
No, it assaulted him and disappeared. It becomes...
That's what do.
Right. It became the quest line to fight the imposter sheep squatch. So the taxidermy quest line that you do, there's a point when you read his terminals again, you look at him again, how compassionate he is about the robot and how he feels about it and how much joy it brought him in his life.
That was the first thing I did in this game.
Yeah.
This was so long ago.
So that was kind of weird, but he also was right to be paranoid because his actions brought the eyes of Robco, and they kind of was watching him, and they had police officers and investigators kind of trying to see how he did it, because he was doing something they never intended. That's why when you track him down, you have to use those inverters to overpower it to make it lose its shielding ability so that it would power down. Yeah, there are some crazy inside like jokes of stuff here. Now, there is a Protectron that runs a massage parlor here. at the White Springs. But if you listen to her, she says that she can no longer perform the massage parlor actions because of an unfortunate accident that had caused a guest to be hurt. I don't want to know what the hurt was at or what level of intensity, but it must have massaged real good.
Real good.
Real good, boy. Yeah, real
I know what
good.
you're talking about. I've seen it.
Yeah. So that talked about it too. So there is a market for it, and it does exist, but they don't fully always talk about it, and it's kind of a taboo subject here. And you can find skeletons that were in the middle of Hanky Panky when the bombs dropped too.
I've seen those.
Mm-hmm. They went out with a bang.
Literally.
Now the guests that did not die and that were still alive and here at the White Springs, they are now what your ghouls are.
Makes sense. Alright. Well, brother, I will be on later today.
I'll probably be working. Even if I am on, it's brief and it's not a whole lot of talking that I can do because I work from home as a call center guy. So.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, yeah. If you see me please send me an invite. You've been awesome to play with. I've learned a lot.
Oh yeah. I tend to dig deep into the lore of this place. Funny thing is, the same AI that ran the Anchorage protocol for you to do that in Fallout 3, I'm pretty sure was the same AI tech that was used for Vault 51. It simulated that so very well. But it popped up once more in New Vegas when you went to the town that was built inside the AI where everybody was kind of stuck in because that guy tricked them and he wouldn't let them log out, basically.
Yeah.
Same exact tech. And lo and behold, it was a form of Robco engineers that were trying to simulate reality, and they were told not to really give it to the public, but it ended up in the public hands because that same exact tech happened 2 more times. In Fallout 4, it's the parlor, the memory den. It's the exact same tech for that place. And I don't understand how it works unless what it does is when you lay in it, it puts you in a catatonic state, and you're pretty much microwaved thoughts in your head, and it makes you feel like that was for real because they don't implement and embed you in a way you may think. Like, it makes me think of like it tried to float in between like the Matrix when they lock in the cables in their necks.
Yeah.
But this has to be something more because there is a medical company called Halogen. They make the halogen canisters, and supposedly it's like taking an LSD trip.
I've seen the ruptured canisters around.
You can get full ones, and you can actually engineer those canisters using them, and then there's another medical canister. If you put them together, they make something. I can't remember if it's something you throw.
This sounds pretty slick. Well, I'm gonna go to sleep now, but
I will
catch you soon, if not tomorrow, soon.
See you later, man. I usually get off close to 10, so...
I work 24-hour shifts because I'm a firefighter, but the days I don't work, I'm usually free to play.
Alrighty, man.
Alright, see you around.
See ya.